morning and welcome to Teaching from the Sea with me, Matt, and the sea here. Today's one only needs to be short because the sea actually really teaches it really well, really fast. Means that let's just have a quick dive. Now, the topic is competition, and more specifically, competition at schools and potentially them being removed. Now, one of the reasons for going under the water just is in its simplest of form. Competition is everywhere. Under the surface of the sea, so many different species competing for life. Competing for territory, competing for food, competing for mates. They're competing. So competition exists. It's just there. It's one of those things that simply is. And in and of itself, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just nature being nature. The seagulls are out as well, and man, they compete. In fact, most wild animals, pretty much all wild animals, even domesticated animals. I mean, dogs, pack order. Wolves pack order, so on and so forth. So competition is there. The key is I feel anyway, is really not really caring about winning and losing, which is the same as right or wrong, because when you win, you're going to gain something, but you're going to lose something, and when you lose, you're going to gain something and you're going to lose something. So both things are playing out. The key is we just got to be aware that both sides of the coin are playing out and are taking place. And again, this becomes back to building the emotional self. So not reacting to your disappointment or your sadness, but knowing that in defeat, so to speak, you can find much greater strength than you can in victory. If all you ever do is win, winning's easy and there's nothing to learn or grow from there. But if sometimes you lose, you have to really take a long look at yourself, go deep inside and figure out where the defeat came from and do some work there. And so it can be a great way of exploring the self, exploring your vulnerabilities, exploring your weaknesses and strengthening them. But when it's just for the sake of gaining a trophy or gaining some money or gaining some prestige or some power or whatever it is, in many respects they're outside of yourself. So in my way of looking at things, they can feel nice and all that sort of jazz, but ultimately they're only ever disappoint you in the long run. The competition has to be based from an intrinsic perspective, in the sense of what are you feeling, what are you going through, self-growth, self-development, awareness, being honest with your observations of life, not always trying to see it through rose-coloured petals and all that sort of jazz. And so within competition in schools, if we swing it back to that quickly before we lose the point too much, is rather than getting rid of competitions, we can change the way we focus the outcomes. So, for example, what is the winning of the medal? Is that even important? It's the Olympic motto of the taking part that counts, not the winning, so to speak. And so we can then instead use it as tools for, again, development of the young, making them understand that competition is absolutely everywhere. So show them some examples like here the sea, all of the various different animals competing and going, in many respects you're no different to them, your environment is just different, that's it. And that you too will experience this thing called defeat, but you also will experience this thing called success, and support them through that journey. I think it's when we're in isolation in our defeat or demise, or isolation in our anxiety and our fear, that it becomes a problem. But if we share it, survival through cooperation rather than survival of the fittest, for example, then I think competition can be a real healthy thing. But that's just me. So yes, thank you for your questions, and feel free to ask as many as you possibly can. And if you want to go back over any of the other ones or go into more depth, you absolutely can. But I thought we'd skim the surface. So thank you again for coming along to this episode of Teaching from the Sea based on competition. Leave your comments below, give it a thumbs up, like it, share it, all that jazz. See, look, I'm competing for likes now. I'm competing for likes and shares and viewages. No, I'm not really. I'm just playing in the sea. Alright, peace out.